Brownies are one of my favorite desserts, and my goal with this video is to bring you a healthy version that you can eat without any guilt. So this is a low-calorie brownie that actually tastes great. The secret ingredient of this recipe is pumpkin. If you wonder why, well, because it's pumpkin season, it makes my brownies lower in fat and calories, and it helps to keep them really moist and fudgy. I mix my dry ingredients first, so in a bowl I add half cup homemade oat flour and 1 tablespoon tapioca or cornstarch. For each chocolate flavor I add third of a cup cocoa powder. Any unsweetened cocoa powder will work for these brownies. Half teaspoon each baking powder and baking soda to give them some lift. Half teaspoon salt, which makes them taste more chocolatey, and I use half teaspoon homemade pumpkin pie spice, but you can leave it out or use just cinnamon. For wet ingredients, I replaced white sugar with liquid sweetener, agave or maple syrup, which is significantly less compared to traditional recipes. Now I add an egg to help the batter hold together, and I use just one egg because pumpkin also acts as a binding agent. And I beat this together for 1 minute. Then I add applesauce, which I use instead of butter here, and I always choose unsweetened or the recipe will be too sweet. 1 teaspoon vanilla extract for flavor kick, and to make these healthy brownies even more rich, I add melted dark chocolate with 72% cocoa solids. The star of the show is pumpkin. It's great for baking, adds so much moisture and structure to these brownies, so there's really no need for any extra fat in this recipe. I use homemade pumpkin puree, which I prepared the day before, and you can buy canned pumpkin too, but without any sugar inside, or use some mashed sweet potatoes. I continue mixing on medium speed until the mixture is smooth, then I add the dry ingredients and I sift it to avoid any clumps in my batter. And I mix on a low speed or with my spatula, just until combined, and I don't want to overmix it. Here I have 8-inch or 20cm square pan, which is perfect size for this brownie recipe, and I line it with a parchment paper for easy removal. As you can see, my brownie batter is quite thick, so after I pour everything into my brownie pan, I smooth out the top with a spatula into one even layer, and it's ready for baking. I like fudgier brownie textures, so I place it in the oven for around 20 minutes or until the center of the brownies is just set to the touch. You can keep it in the oven for extra couple of minutes, but don't overbake it. I know this is hard, but please let the brownies cool completely before cutting and serving. For nice clean cuts, I transfer the brownies on a cutting board and carefully cut into 9 equal squares or even smaller. And the cool thing is that you can use a plastic knife to cut your brownies and avoid any sticking. These healthy brownies taste like the real deal. They're super fudgy, rich in chocolate flavor. Definitely not too sweet, and it doesn't have a strong pumpkin taste. So I think these pumpkin brownies are something between chocolate cake and pumpkin pie. Definitely a dessert you can make all year long. But if you're not a pumpkin lover, you can make these oatmeal banana brownies. They're also moist and delicious and definitely healthier than most traditional brownies. Check out that recipe now. Thank you so much for watching. See you in another video. Stay healthy, stay happy.